Hello everyone, welcome back to another video with Crazy Commerce. So today we'll be learning about Igcse economic supply side policy. So let's have a look at the portion. Supply side policy, we'll be learning the definition of supply side policy, the measures of supply side policy, and the effects of supply side policy measures on the government macroeconomic aims. So first you should know that supply side policy increases the aggregate supply. So aggregate supply is the total amount of goods and services that domestic firms are willing to supply at a given price level. So supply side policy always increases the aggregate supply and they never try to reduce the aggregate. Okay, so increasing the aggregate supply will increase the productivity potential, the quality and quantity of the resources, and it will also raise the efficiency of the products. And the measures which include to increase the aggregate supply are improving the education and training and cutting direct taxes and benefits, that's taxes, okay, and reforming trade unions and privatization. So let's discuss the first measure, which is improving education and training. So in improving education and training, there will be an increase in skill of workers, so the workers will be more skilled. And since they'll be more skilled, they'll be more productive in their work. And that will reduce the cost of production for the firm since the workers are going to be more productive and efficient. And it will also raise the quality of products. And the firms will sell more since they're more productive and efficient. So there are more goods being produced in less amount of time. And this would also encourage the firms to expand their firm. And more the skillful the workers are, the more occupationally mobile they are. Occupationally mobile is that they can change the use easily. So this should mean that the supply would adjust more quickly to changes in demand. This means that anytime the demand changes of the consumers, then the workers also will change their skills. They'll be very skillful, so they'll be able to change the use of their skills. So that means they'll be more occupationally mobile. Okay, so the second point is lowering direct taxes and increasing incentives. So the intention behind cutting direct taxes will be to increase the incentive to work and invest. This means cutting direct taxes means that there'll be less taxes on your income and wealth. So these kind of measures will make the unemployed search for more work, and that will increase the labor force, which will mean that there'll be increasing employment in the country. However, some workers might work fewer hours. This is because they might be very happy with their pay and may prefer to have more leisure time than working. So cutting the corporation tax is the tax on the profit of the firms that will increase the incentive to invest. So that way, it will be likely that more firms will be able to invest. So now we'll discuss our third point, which is deregulation. And deregulation is the removal of rules and regulations. This means the rules which the government have put upon the firms, those will be reduced or they will be removed. So first, the intention will be to remove the barriers to entry. So this means that it will be easier to enter a market. Secondly, there will be increased competition since many firms will be entering the market, so there will be many firms competing against each other. So as the competition is increasing, the efficiency will also increase, and that will lead to a low cost of production and prices. And the removals of the rules and regulations will not guarantee that the monopoly will not develop. Monopoly is a market where there is only one producer. So there are arguments for regulating monopolies given their market power. However, there are people imposing this idea of removal of regulations because people won't want surgeons not having to possess medical qualifications. So privatization will increase the role of market forces so that can increase the competition and then the efficiency. Labor market reforms are designed to make labor markets work more efficiently. So they'll work more efficiently, which will increase the quality and the quantity and as well as increase the flexibility. And producing better quality and cheaper products will increase the exports and reduce the imports. So here this means that the exports will be more because their products are going to be of better quality, and there'll be less imports because the domestic products will be much better than the ones imported from foreign countries. So the types of supply side policies are subsidies, improved education and training, lower taxes and indirect taxes, deregulation, privatization, and labor market reforms. And these measures are taken to increase the aggregate supply of the country. Supply side policy raises the living standards, reduces unemployment, and improves competitiveness, which will lead to stronger balance of trade. So, how supply side policies increases the employment and the economic growth? Now, it increases the employment because there'll be better skills and qualifications of people. People will have greater opportunities, which will be again less unemployment, and it'll be easier to increase production. And the lower the taxes are, that'll boost the profits more, and therefore there'll be more investment. And more skilled workers will mean more supply, and there'll be improved infrastructure. So now how will supply side policies lead to price stability? First, it will increase the productive capacity, which will lead to an increase in the aggregate supply. There will be lower cost of production. There will be reduced inflationary pressure. Inflation means an increase in prices, and we'll be learning about this topic in the further topics. And firms will be more competitive, which will mean that there will be a fall in costs of production. How do supply side policies improve the balance of payments of a country? It increases the productivity capacity, which will lower the cost of production. Firms will become more competitive because the demand will increase at lower prices. At the same time, the competitive nature will lead to an increase in the quality of products, and then it will increase in exports. There will be an increase in exports, which will hence improve the balance of payments. Thank you for watching Crazy Commerce, and that's the end of today's topic. And if you have any doubts, you can mention it down in the comment section below.